All right, let's say hello now to one of the greatest female fighters in the history of the sport. Dare I say one of the greatest fighters, period, in the history of mixed martial arts, the great Cris Cyborg, who of course is the reigning defending Bellator women's featherweight champion and who returns to action this Friday, May 21st, in a rematch against Leslie Smith. She defends her title against Leslie Smith this time over at the Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. Cris, good to talk to you again. How are you?
Thank you, Ariel. I'm great. Thanks for the opportunity here. I'm very excited, happy to fight it this time.
Yes, I'm sure you are. And it's been a minute, as they say, since we last saw you in action. What was your reaction, Cris, when you found out that Leslie Smith would be your next opponent, considering you beat her about 5 years ago?
When you start to see the division, you see after their loss, she's got a lot of wins, significant wins. And I know I have a lot of girls in the line, but she's in the front line. I was not surprised because I'm a better fighter now than before.
Really?
So in 5 years we fought before. In 5 years, for sure, if she's fighting for me for the title, she's really deserved. She's really work hard as the way, and she just prepare harder. To prepare harder.
Why do you think you're a better fighter now than you were 5 years ago?
Because I always like to improve and learn. And the experience too. If you see my fights too, you see the difference. The when I'm fighting, and I'm better because I always like to learn. And you're not the same person 5 years ago. Like you're not Sam 5 years ago. So even the person 5 years, and you work something, you're getting better and better. If you continue training, work hard, you're gonna be better and better in 5 years.
Now there was a time when not that long ago you were going to South Africa for your training camps. I'm assuming you're not doing that right now, right?
Okay, yes, I have no able to do because the COVID.
Yeah.
I went to the couple fights over there, and then the other time I came here, bring it here. This time I did my camp in my gym, and then Cobrinha, Aliança Cobrinha Jiu-Jitsu, and you did my team. We didn't want my team for this camp.
Okay. And when I think back to that fight against Leslie Smith back in 2016, that was a 140-pound catchweight fight. I think that's the one that ESPN followed you during the weight cut and everything outside the lines, right? When you were in the bathtub crying, was that the one?
Yeah, this is the second fight.
The second one, okay.
Yes.
But what was that one? So this one was at 140, was in 2016. The second one was against Lena Landsberg, also at 140.
Yes,
but
yes.
When you think back to that time when you were trying to maybe go down to 135, but making a pit stop at 140, how difficult was it for you?
It was the first fight. The first fight for Leslie Smith. I was just thinking about that fight. I wasn't thinking I'm gonna fight second time. But then when I say, I want to come back to Victor, fight 145, my division. Thank you. But I was not having the opportunity to come back. For me, it was really stressed because I like to do everything perfect. This is one thinking it's not good. You want to do perfect all the time. But I like to make the weight. I say, man, if you're going to be responsible to make weight, how are we going to make weight? I'm going to do my best I can. And I was working 3 years with George McCart. He's the guy who was helping me for the cut weight. And I make first time on 40 for fight less. But the focus of this fight was make weight. It's not just the fight camp for fight. It's like my opponent. I was working, of course, to train everything, but it's the really stress is the make weight. So now it's different mindset. As I fight my division, now I can focus 100% on my opponent. But that time, and then you don't know how's your body gonna feel. Okay, how's it gonna work? 5 rounds, cut to 140. So now I know, man, I have 5 rounds. Okay, cool. I have time. Soon I have the opportunity to finish fight. I will, but I have 5 rounds to do this. Like it's different in mindset.
So you beat her in 1 minute and 21 seconds. Is there a part of you that feels like you could have beaten her even quicker had you not had to cut those extra 5 pounds?
I don't know. Maybe if I don't think about the same, how's my body gonna feel in the third round, 2 round? Maybe it's not. Maybe not. And it's about feeling too. People ask me, Chris, how is it going to be different of this fight? Better than the before. For me, it's about feeling. You go to the fight to have all plans. Have plan B, E, but sometimes it don't work in the plan. You're going to really feel the fight in the fight. What to work for, be ready for any situation in the fight. This is a heavy.
So this is now going to be your third fight with Bellator after you left the UFC. How do you feel there? Do you feel like this is your home? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel happy?
Yeah, I feel happy. I feel at home. and I have a fire in my heart, excited to, fight every time, and happy, thankful. I'm very thankful to be here, to work Scott Coker. It's a lot of people work with me here, work with me in Strike Force, and it's really nice to see us as a partnership. I'm here, and they treat very nice all the fighters, and I'm really happy.
16 years now in the game for you, Cris, and you're 35. You're still young. How many more years do you want to do this for?
Great question, Ariel. I didn't know. Everybody asking me, but I feel great. I always, the one thing I'm learning about my cut weight. I'm healthy now, better than before. I think the experience getting better to make the weight too. And I really work on about it. I'm going to Colombia, do the stem cells, take care of my injuries, can continue fighting my long career, but I don't feel when I want to stop. I don't have a bad injury. I love my job. I know it's gonna be my job forever, like yours. But I love my job, and then I'm gonna continue to do, till I feel my heart. In my heart, I don't think I'm gonna feel no stop it. But I think in one time, yeah, for sure, I'm gonna say, man, now maybe I have to retire. But for me now, I'm in prime in my time, and I will feel very happy. You guys see my last fights, and I really get improved, and yes, excited.
And so there's a chance you're fighting as a 40-year-old.
Maybe after Gray's gonna kill me. After I have a kid, maybe.
Oh, okay. Are you planning on having one? Is that what you're talking about? Is that too personal? I don't know.
It's like I say, have a plan. I don't believe in plan. I believe I don't do my plans. God have a plan for me. So for me, of course, I think every girl would like to be a mom. I'm already mom to Gabi. But I think it's special. But let's see what's the right moment. But I didn't think about this yet. But it's people like my family say, oh, so when you're gonna have my granddaughter, grandson, But for me, it's nice. But I'm happy to continue fighting, see the right moments.
You talked about your evolution as a fighter, as a person over the past 5 years. Do you think have you felt a noticeable change in who you are since becoming a mom, since adopting your daughter? Do you feel like it has changed you for the better?
I believe, yes. I think everyone get better when they have a kid, because you have to be okay. I always have in my mind think like this. Okay, I'm where I'm at. I'm responsible for, because I'm gonna be example for everyone. People gonna watch you. You're gonna be influenced. So we have to go good influence for them, for the kids, young kids, the people watching you. And they have a kid inside the house. It's the same thing. You cannot do stuff when you do by herself when you have a kid around you. Now you have to do good, because if they didn't copy you everything you do. It's the same thing, be a fighter, be influence for the people. You have to do good too, because you're going to be influenced for a lot of people. And this is big responsibility. You have to be good for the generation, for the kids young. And for me, for sure, I'm more patient. I want to be my best I can, and try fix a couple things. For sure, we change it every day.
Now, be honest with me, Cris. When you hear people say Amanda Nunes is the greatest of all time, does it bother you? Does it bother you inside?
They don't bother me inside, but I was thinking like this. Okay, everybody asks me, Cris, I don't bother me inside, but people say this all the time. Oh, gonna come another girl, they're gonna say the same thing. The after sale about me, like it's changing. This thing could change, but they have to say Amanda having 4 losses in her career. Okay, you guys say she's the GOAT. They always start to challenge me, compare me and her. But I did the sport. Who I am don't change. What I did to the sport. Not having athletes did the sport. Maybe in the future you're gonna have more athletes to do. But now in the moment, what is the sport? Nobody did. I the Grand Slam champion. They don't have it. But I'm not gonna compare for her. Who I am, what I do my best. It's who I am. Who love me, gonna love me, gonna say Cyborg is the greatest. I'm never gonna say this. I don't say I am the greatest. No, I feel like the fans are to do. It's not the person in person say that, but don't bother me. People in the long term are gonna see that.
Recently, there is a woman who has emerged who is saying that she will be the greatest by the time her career is done. Kayla Harrison. Have you been impressed by her, and do you think she has what it takes to end up being the greatest?
I'm not gonna say she's not. She's young. She have a long career. And she's doing great at her what she's doing. And you have to think this way. You have to say and you have to do. It's a big responsibility when you say out. And then you to do. So no, if she believes that she continue working hard, I think man, she's young. She can do a lot of things.
She's going to be a free agent after this year. Her contract is coming up. Would you like for Bellator to sign her so that you can fight her? That would be a big time fight, I would imagine.
It's gonna be amazing. Let's see if she's gonna finish her fight with her title. I can go up 155, fight her, because I always protected the division, and then like this, not protect the division this way, but I want in the future to have more division for the women, and you like the men's have a lot of division. So for protecting 155 division, for have more girls 155 division, I can go up fight 155. It's no problem.
Wow. Is that a fight that you would like? Her being one of your opponents in 2022?
Yeah, maybe, maybe. But yeah, if she's going to be in Bellator, for sure, you can make this fight happen.
Okay. And so like when you look at, like Cris, 2005, you made your debut. You went like 15 years there without a loss. Only 2 losses on your record. Do you feel like you don't get, you could say, like, do you feel like you don't get the respect that you deserve when talking about the greatest of all time? Do people not talk about Cris Cyborg enough?
As people have a short memory.
Yes.
No, people don't remember everything. Muhammad Ali have a loss. Everybody talk about the last step by his head. No, he says he's the greatest. Like people have a short memory, but don't bore me. People know who I am, follow me, know who I am, and then this is okay.
Okay. How do you think Claressa Shields is going to do?
I believe she's going to do great because she's young and she's learned fast. And she's already have good skill in boxing. And then the MMA start stand up, and she's going to have to work a lot of things for sure. But she's young. I started training MMA when 19 years old, and I didn't know any skills. I don't have boxing in my background, but I dedicated. Depending how she's gonna be dedicated every day, all day training. This is gonna depend on who she's gonna do in her next match, and then improve her career in MMA life.
Do you think you can do both, or do you have to be all in on one?
What I mean,
like, can you go from because boxing is different than MMA, right? There's different things to worry about with your feet and with your hands and with your head. And in MMA, it's completely different. There's a lot of other things to worry about as well. Can a fighter go back and forth? Can they reprogram their brain, or is it better to be all in on one sport?
I believe like this, because if she's doing MMA, okay, and she going to the box, I think it's not too hard going to the box because you already have little bit strike. I think coming to the boxing to MMA have a lot of things to learn. It's a lot of things like wrestling, defending, like attack. I think you have one process. First, you're going to learn defend. After, you're going to learn attack. But take the process a long time. It's going to be hard, but depending on her how she dedicates. But it's going to be hard. But I believe she's young. I did this. I have anything, I start strike, Muay Thai, and after I did everything, but in 6 months I did my MMA fight, but if you don't know too much things, but I believe she's dedicated, like I dedicated. I think she's going to do very well.
Did you see Charles Oliveira win on Saturday, and to see a fellow Brazilian with that emotion in his story, how did it make you feel?
I was very happy about this because for a long time I was saying, man, why didn't give it the belt fight for the belt? He's having a lot of wins. It's amazing. You can see his record. He's having like beginning his career. He's like all win. They lost like a couple fights and they win. And she never had the opportunity to fight for the title. Yeah. Like but you see, he's really persistent, training, believe. Even the people don't believe in him. And now the results is the champion. I'm really happy.
It's amazing. Not that long ago, I feel like we were saying, oh, Brazilian MMA, it's kind of going down a little bit. But, there's you champion in Bellator, Amanda, of course, double champion, Davison Figueiredo, and now Charles Oliveira. All of a sudden, Brazilian MMA is back, or maybe it never left.
I was really support Chandler. He's the Bellator, came from Bellator. I was happy he's champion that UFC. But then But Charles Oliveira, he's having history behind him. You know, he's the moment. You know, the get there when he's really deserved. They work hard, and you know, I know the people. He's from Chute Box in São Paulo, Macaco Gold Gym. You know, like he's really deserved that moment.
Last thing for you, Cris, and always great to talk to you. Obviously, the career isn't over yet, but you know we're sort of looking back at what you've done and how much time you have left. Is there one period of your career as you sit here today that you think back to a lot, that you think fondly of, that you get nostalgic about? Like, was it maybe the Elite XC days or the Strikeforce? Do you find yourself thinking about one period of your career where you were really happy and just kind of on top of the world, enjoying everything that comes with being an MMA fighter?
The moment you're really happy. I think in the beginning of my career, I didn't know too much about anything, all the politics. I just want to go inside the cage doing my best and fight. I didn't know anything outside. You know, now I know too much.
Yeah.
You know, I think sometimes you don't know too much, you better, you know. But I think in the beginning of my career, I just said, one girl, come from Brazil, have a dream in your heart and you follow your dream. And I was the very happy. I'm happy now too, but you know, the beginning of career is I was happy too.
Yeah, there's an innocence involved in the beginning of your career where
you know, because sometimes I see kids like in the training, you know, and the gym, and you talk to them, and you know they're gonna have to figure out. You know, it's gonna be the experience. Like, man, you know, I know when I was the point in my life like this, you know, like the beginning, they just dream, but then sometimes you see the reality. And yes.
Well, it's great to see you still on top, still thriving, and looking forward to your return this Friday against Leslie Smith. A great card is also Austin Vanderford against Fabian Edwards on the card as well, and a whole bunch of other great fights. So thank you for the time, Cris. Good luck to you on Friday, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Thanks so much, Ariel. See you next time. Yes.
All right. Bye-bye.
Then remember, I forget to say, guys, if you guys want to watch the preliminary fights, you guys go to my website, and I'm going to do Zoom party after my fight. Go to my website. You guys can check out the link. Thank you.
Thank you, Cris. All the best.